The amount political parties have to declare to the IEC's political party funding unit has now doubled. Instead of declaring donations from 100,000 to a limit of 15 million rands, parties can start disclosing from 200,000 to 30 million rands. The President has passed the legislation despite a pending judgment in the Western Cape High Court on the matter, launched by NGO My Vote Counts. MVC seeks to have the upper limit of donations significantly lowered. The organization will now write to the first citizen to explain how he reached his conclusion of increasing the thresholds.
We're obviously considering our options at the moment and chatting to our lawyers. But what we will be doing is writing to the President to ask him to release this information. There's PAIA, there's also PAJA, the Administrative Justice Act. So we do have mechanisms through which we can approach this.
The organization says the Portfolio Committee and members of Parliament ignored reports from the Parliamentary Budget Office that flagged some issues pertaining to the increase of thresholds.
There are two key findings. The one was that there's no basis for the original limits that were set, the 100,000 rand and the 15 million rand. And secondly, it found South Africa to be an outlier in that our limits, before they were doubled, were already very high compared to other countries with similar incomes and GDPs and those sort of things. So the Budget Office put together different scenarios for the committee to consider, all based on practice, with rational explanations of why these could be appropriate. And as you say, this was rejected first by the Portfolio Committee, then by the National Assembly.
The Portfolio Committee Chair on Home Affairs explained the considerations that were taken into account for the quantum increases.
Note that in the Electoral Act, there are three areas that have been observed. One is that the state does not fully fund political parties. And also the cost of the second is also the cost of running the political parties and also considering the inflations. And also we've demonstrated in terms of how we have arrived at this the 200,000 and the 30 million respectively. We've solicited a professional body within the institution of Parliament, the Parliamentary Budget Office, to assist us with the modalities and also the lessons drawn in terms of making sure that we increase or we decrease the funding. But the evidence has been proven that we ought to increase the quantums.
In June, the IEC hosted a political party funding symposium that was meant to take stock of the challenges and successes of the Act since its implementation. Some themes that dominated the two-day conference included if the IEC should be given more powers to police political party funding as a result of some of the loopholes. Natasha Piri, SABC News, Johannesburg.